Thank you, Madam. The Minister for Foreign Affairs just said that with respect to this terrorist incident, you expect the law will take its course. Will he agree that if the law is in fact being respected, the incident would not have happened at the first place? Second supplementary question, I'd like to ask the Minister what is his interpretation and assessment of a rising China in her behavior in relation to the detention of terrorist vehicle. Thirdly, I'd like to ask him, is China's progress economically and militarily becoming a superpower has made her arrogant and aggressive and to become a big bully?
Thank you, Mr. Lau. I think on your first question, I don't want to speculate. Let the investigations be complete, and then let's see what conclusions Hong Kong arrives at. On to the question on whether or not the APL complied with the regulations that they were supposed to abide with. I do not want to speculate or prejudge the issue. Your second and third parts are really a broader issue, which is that as China rises, as China gains both economic and military strength, what implications that has on us, what implications does that have on the way they conduct international affairs, and indeed on their relationships with the rest of the world. I think the first point I want to make is that Singapore has been a long-term, reliable, and consistent friend of China. And I say this not in a facetious way, but I say this because we believe that a rising China, a strong China, one that is deeply engaged with the rest of the world and economically integrated, is one that brings enormous benefits. If you look at it from a historical point of view, never before in history have hundreds of millions of people been raised from abject poverty into an opportunity now where they can enjoy the prospect of being in the middle class and consuming at the middle class. This is an enormous achievement of China in the last 70 years. Secondly, this emergence of China as both a manufacturing, a service, and a consumption hub provides enormous opportunities to the rest of the world. If you look at the way Southeast Asia and even Singapore has progressed over the last 70 years since the end of the World War, there were several critical ingredients to this. One is that we had peace and stability. Two, we had international law. Three, we've had reasonably free trade. And these have been ingredients for us all to achieve progress, to achieve prosperity without war, without conflict. So look against this light. We must welcome a rising China, a stronger China, an economically more integrated China. And we have to focus on the opportunities whilst at the same time recognizing that there will be issues to resolve from time to time. Now, this is where we have to learn to take things in our stride. We are a tiny city-state. We are a multiracial society, and we are located in the center of Southeast Asia. These circumstances are permanent. What this means, and I said it earlier, is that from time to time, other countries, big countries, will place expectations. Quite frankly, sometimes they will put pressure on us because they want us to completely align ourselves with their interests. And this is where we sometimes, from time to time, have to courteously, respectfully defer and remind everyone, big or small, that please let Singapore be Singapore. We may be small, but we are an independent sovereign nation. We have our own permanent interests. We want to maintain our independence. We want to have as many friends as possible.